This video is rated 18, suitable only for persons of 18 and over.
I have you.
Here we go. Alright, so hello YouTube, LJ Draco here. Yes, as you can see, back on another video, and you can already guess what this is because it's in the title. So I've got this prepared. This is a collectible, as you can tell by the title, from a brilliant classical musical movie called Labyrinth, done by Henson. This was a fantastic movie. David Bowie in this movie is fantastic. I won't talk about the film because if people haven't seen it, I don't want to talk about it or give any spoilers. But I will say it is one of the best classical fantasy movies. I'd say fantasy, but yeah, David Bowie, it's freaking awesome. Now I'm keeping the Blu-ray here for a minute for reference as well. So that's there. So here is the box to the item. You see a lovely image of David Bowie along with Jennifer Connelly in this crystal ball. And it says right there, Dance Magic Jareth, but I'm not going to show him yet. That's the other side. And then at the top of the box, we obviously have his eyes. Right, ready? And look at that. Oh, horrible scrape noise. Look at how, do you know what? The plastic and the reflection is making it look really horrible. But when I've actually opened this and got him out of the box, he's going to look so amazing. I know he will. He's going to look amazing. So let's do it. Let's open him up. Now, normally I open these figures up straight away and then I just show them with their box displayed in the background. But I was asked for a video on this when it arrived. So I thought, why not? I can open it on the camera. I don't normally properly unbox figures. So I don't normally do that. So here he is. Got this nice image in the background. Put that there for now. So here is the Jareth, which for some bloody reason I kept calling him bloody Jared. For some reason it's easier to call him Jared than Jareth. You know, it's just easier. I've got to be careful now because there's this little accessory item. Oh, there we go. Plock. What kind of word is plock? Can someone tell me? I just said plock. Okay, so here is one of the accessories, which is his goblin cane. Here is another little accessory, which is, I think, is so cool that it comes with. It's a little goblin. Now, for anyone that hasn't seen the film, it's not really spoilers. The story is about kind of like a scary tale you tell your little brothers and sisters or naughty children so that they behave, about a goblin king who will take children away when they're like naughty and stuff like that. And this film just happens to be the fact that this scary tale you tell these children happens to be true. So it's not really a spoiler because there's a lot more to it than just that. Okie dokie. So here is the base. This is a fingerprint magnet, but it says Jim Henson's Labyrinth. And now we have the figure. So this is the reason why. Look at that head. Look. Come on, show both. Look at that. Like, look at this. That is a very amazing likeness. Now, I had no intentions of buying this. I didn't even know this existed. I was just looking on a website yesterday and I saw that this exists. And then there was this really strange part of me that was like, I need this in my life somehow. So I ordered it. And I was just like, do you know what? I need this. This is something that I must just have this. It must be here. So let's talk about costume and sculpt for the figure itself. I love this stony tech. Like, this is the thing. These are like skin tight jeggings, but they're designed like stone, which obviously Goblin King, stone, that works. I love this rough, leathery, metally vest, like waist vesting, which is awesome. The necklace is very well detailed. The hair is on point. Yeah, the cuffs are like a rubbery material, which is nice because it's posable. Hands are really well done. Boots, very accurate. I love the black with the greyishy blue washing on it. You know, to just this is such a detailed figure. Yet again, it is done by McFarlane Toys. So if you don't know McFarlane Toys by now, I've done a review on 3 of their figures, which is the Marcus Phoenix from Gears of War 4, or Old Man Marcus, I like to call him. And it is also on the 2 Borderlands figures that I got. So let's put him on his base. Yeah, his feet's a bit wobbly, but he looks good. He looks good. Right, so he's only got one hand, obviously, for the magic cane. Now, let's go and put this in. Okay, I want to do this without breaking any part of the actual figure, obviously, without tearing any of the... I actually should have done this first. When you start thinking about things and you start saying to yourself, oh, I should have actually done something differently, but I think he's supposed to hold it actually like that. I don't know why he would, but it doesn't seem to go in the hole. I think there's some minor adjustments that I must make, because it's not... I think there's a lot of... I'm sorry, I've taken him off camera just because I think there's a lot of wiggle. Like, there's a lot of like wriggling around to get it. Do you know what? I think we're close enough with just... It's a very awkward hand. I'll say this. He has got knee art, so we'll get into articulation in a minute, which is awesome. But there he is. He's holding his little magic goblin cane to the best of his abilities. You know, that's the best way I'm going to get him to actually hold it. But it's so difficult because those cuffs are so long. Yeah, you need some proper... Yeah, so his feet are a bit loose, which is kind of a shame. But once you get him that, then also you got the little goblin. Yeah, so this dance magic, or magic dance, which is what... I'll play a quick clip of the song.
What kind of magic spell to use? Slime and snails, or puppy from snails, thunder or lightning.
And baby said,
Dance, magic dance, dance, magic dance, magic dance, magic dance. That baby spell
And that's the song. I can't play too much, obviously, because of copyright bullshit. But this is Dance Magic Jareth. I mean, he's just actually really cool to own. I didn't think I'd like him as much as I do. Yeah, he's actually a lot nicer than I thought he was going to be. I am very happy to own him. I'm glad I made this purchase. So, do forgive my big ass arm for blocking his view. And yours. Let me move that out of the way, actually. I'm just putting this box away, because normally I cut all this shit off the camera. But I thought, you know what, for once I'll just do an all-out natural video without cutting. Because sometimes that gets a bit boring when you just do all these big cuts and bullshit. It's not nice. So, what I'm going to do is, in actual live time, I'm going to grab my swivel display. I'm going to plonk Jareth right in the middle. And the little goblin by his foot. I'm going to bring this there. And, yet again, like I said, it's all going to be in real time. So, I'm going to bring down my camera just to about level. No, that's a bit too much. There you go. Oh, nah, see? Now, if I was doing this off camera, you would not have seen that, and you wouldn't be laughing at me for being a fool. That stays in. Right, so let's go. Let's play Jareth. If he falls over again, I'm going to end up laughing. The one thing I will admit is I'm slightly upset about this giant gap between his butt cheek I might be able to actually fix that though. That might just need some pressure. Don't laugh. I'm going to pressure his butt cheek. Yeah, so that's pretty much this figure anyway. That's just how he looks. It's quite stunning. But what I will do now is something that I normally do at the end of these videos. So let's put drunken Jareth, because he fell over now. Let's put him there for a second. So let's take him off the base for a second, right? Can I fix this butt? Hey! I fixed the butt cheek! There we go. It just needed a tight squeeze. Don't be making jokes you can't afford to apologise for after this. Right, so now I'm in a very awkward position. And don't. See, yet again. Stop with the dirty jokes. I actually love the way he stands, because he stands a lot like he does in the movie. I'm just trying to get him to stand reasonably straight so that I can put him next to other figures to compare his height. There we go. Right, so next to another McFarlane figure, which is actually the tallest McFarlane figure, which is Krieg. As you can see, the Goblin King Jareth is slightly smaller, which technically would be accurate anyway. They're both McFarlane. Now standing next to a NECA figure, which is my NECA amphibian man from Shape of Water, which yet again is also taller, but that is pretty much accurate. He would be a lot taller. And then standing in front of him from, don't forget, these are all 7-inch, 7 1/4 inch scales. This is a 6-inch scale Marvel Legend. So it's, which to scale, this is exactly accurate. And then obviously you got the 1 to 2 inch scale Goblin, which goes and sits by, which, well, wow. Wow, this Goblin don't even sit straight. This Goblin's drunk. There we go. Yeah. So height-wise of other figures, so Marvel Legends, which is Hasbro, NECA, and these are McFarlane. So these two are the main ones from scale. But yeah, so he's actually a good size. He will fit into anyone's collection quite easily, which is good. Obviously, there is the Labyrinth box. So let's move these other figures out of the way. Move these all over here, and that's it. That's the end of this video. Oh, wow, that glare though. There we go. Yes, that's the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like the look of this figure. I did get him from Zavvi. He is currently he's currently £15 if you live in the UK. He's £15. There's also like a 3 for 30 deal going on with some McFarlane figures. But the good thing is my friend, and the camera had to go and cut off after 11 minutes and interrupt my video. I was saying, yeah, my friend Little Movie Man actually told me that Zavvi does this really interesting thing where you can do a thing called clear pay, which is if you haven't got the full amount right now, you pay a small sum that day, and then you pay for the next 3 fortnights that same sum. So, for example, with him, he was going to cost £4.50, but with next day shipping, he actually costs £5.25, which I pay £5.25 for the next 3 fortnights, which comes to £21 in total, but you get in the next day, and you don't have to pay the full amount right now, which is incredible, because that's the only reason I actually bought him straight away. That's actually how I got my Shape of Water figure. Alice helped me get that one. And that's how I got my Borderlands figures, because that's how Zavvi is doing a really awesome thing right now. It's also how I got my next upcoming Blu-ray purchase. I'm sorry that I've talked a lot in this video. With these figure videos, I don't talk as much, but I wanted to do something different with these figure reviews sometimes. I love movies. Movies is my top priority, but I love my collectibles, and I love my figures, and I love my statues. And I know there's, because this is obviously a movie channel, there's not many people keen on those types of videos. But I don't want to make a second channel dedicated to just figures and collectibles. I don't want to do that, because it means I have to then maintain 2 different channels, and it becomes a hassle. So I enjoy making these figure reviews for the small quantity of people that are on my channel that actually like this kind of stuff. I say it's the end of the video, but guess what? I'm actually going to add a bit more. Let's go into some detail, right? Because I didn't do that. So, for those who like figures, let's come into the detailing part. So, let's have a look at this little cane. Bring it up close. Will it focus? Or will it be a pain in my ass? Come on. Focus. Focus. Okay. It's not going to focus clearly because it's, yeah, because the flash is on. But that's actually a crystal clear ball at the top. It's got a really nice... Yeah, look at that. See? It's very beautifully detailed. The sculpt on that's amazing. It's pretty basic underneath that. Then obviously got the baby goblin, which is painted very, very nicely. Very rough and dirty, which is how the goblins look in the film. And then obviously we've had a look at his detail. So now, instead of looking at his detailing, which we've already looked at, we're going to look at the articulation, which is the bit that I look forward to the most. So his hair, well, these bottom parts of his hair are extremely like rubbery. So you can pose his head. You know, his head obviously rotates. It looks up quite high and it looks down reasonably far. Left, right. Then you got click shoulder joints, which are nice and stiff because it means that they won't wobble. He's got the same kind of joints on his elbows, which are a bit looser, but it's also very fluid, but they're also on a swivel. So you can like do that. I don't think there's much hip. It looks like there should be hip rotate. Oh yeah, no, I tell a lie. Hip rotation, good. Then he's obviously got a T joint. Wow. Jareth, behave yourself. Yeah, so there's a T joint there, which is nice to look at. There's that gap on his butt again. But yet again, it's easily fixable. Just got to put some pressure on that butt. Obviously, then you got his butt there. His knees also have the same click joints as the arms, and they're on swivels too, so you can do that. Then you got his boots, which is ankles. Oh, okay. So they're on little balls, which they do rotate as well. So they pivot side. So they pivot. And they go up and down. Yeah, so I'm not going to do too much with those in case they fall. But that's it. That's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care, you wonderful, wonderful people. And I shall see you next time. Bye-bye.